All right, here we go. All right, thanks, ladies, so much for joining on today's webinar about what Beachbody coaching is. We're going to have a fabulous time, and I'm just going to kick things off by saying welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you here. So what is Beachbody coaching? I want to start off by introducing myself. My name is Carolyn McKenna, and I am a Beachbody coach. I wasn't always a Beachbody coach, though. I used to work in corporate entertainment at NBC Universal, and I was everything from a page who gave tours of Rockefeller Center to the third assistant to the CEO to a sales coordinator, marketing manager, and eventually, the manager of events for international marketing. I worked for NBC in New York and LA, and eventually I realized that the corporate life wasn't for me anymore. I didn't have much purpose freedom, time freedom, location freedom, passion freedom. The only freedom I had, after a while which I realized is that I had money freedom. And I didn't have all these other passions that I really wanted in my life. So I came to the point where I was like, something needs to change. Something within me needs to change. My circumstances need to change. I need to create new change in my life because I wasn't happy doing what I was doing. I wasn't happy being the person that I was. I was also suffering from sciatica because I was sitting so much in my cubicle, and I, couldn't spend time with my dog Rocky when I wanted to. I wasn't on my own schedule, and I was like, there's got to be more to life than this. So I eventually quit my job and became a Pilates instructor and a Beachbody coach. And since transforming my life to one that's based on health and fitness, I have greatly increased the quality of my life. And as a result, all of the freedoms that I mentioned before. I have more passion freedom. I have more purpose freedom. I have more time freedom, location freedom. And in building this business, I'm also creating more money freedom, more financial freedom. So I'm an Emerald coach. As I said, I'm also a Pilates instructor. I'm a doggy mama. I have a beautiful dog, as you can see in the picture, named Rocky, and he and I are best buds. We both also have red hair. I love to travel. I am an adventurer, and lately I've been looking at my skydiving videos from like 4 years ago. I went skydiving for a friend's birthday, and that's a great memory to look back on. So I've been doing that lately. I love personal development. The reason I was able to shift from a corporate environment to an entrepreneurial environment is because of personal development. Absolutely love it. Over the last 2 years, I've read 34 books on leadership, food, fitness, personal development, and growth, and it's completely changed my life. I've completely changed my life as a result of reading and going to seminars and being surrounded by like-minded people. I'm a sister. My younger sister just turned 30 years old. She's a physical therapist in Pennsylvania. I'm a daughter to my parents, and I love Body Beast and Insanity Max 30. Those are the two most recent programs included in the Beachbody program options that I've done. And you can see here the transformation that I experienced doing Beachbody, Body Beast from last year at this time, actually, September to December. And again, these opportunities that we have and we're going to talk about tonight are really transformative from the inside out. The physical, the exterior transformations are awesome. And that's really what gets us motivated in life. But the internal changes, the internal motivations that we have and cultivate over the period of several days, several weeks, several months is what really drives sustainable and long-term growth, and which is actually the most exciting part too, because we realize so much about ourselves and how wonderful we really are. So I want to introduce my co-host here, Porsche. She also came from a more corporate background. She's going to share her transformation story with us tonight as well. So take it away, Porsche.
All right. Thanks, Carolyn. So as Carolyn was telling you, my name is Porsche Carmen, and I'm a lifetime Ruby coach. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with my fiancé, Charles, and we've been together for almost 6 years now. I am a former electrical engineer turned fitness business owner of a yoga studio and boot camp programs. And then today I co-own and help lead an original funk band with my fiance Charles, where I perform and sing, and we tour all over the Midwest and some East Coast and Southern states. It's so much fun. Lots of driving around though. So I don't know if people think that part's fun, because I really don't. But when you get to the destination, so much fun. Anyways, I ended up leaving my corporate job as an engineer because I didn't like working for someone else. I realized that I wanted that full autonomy. I didn't like being tied to someone else's agenda that really had very little to do with my own. I mean, I was making money, yes, but I was not happy. I found that I was good at it, being an engineer, but there was just absolutely no passion behind it. No passion. So shortly after my mother's death in 2003, I turned to a career of fitness. I had lost my engineering job, which I was so thrilled about. And I had lost the job just, weeks after mourning for her. You would think that I'd be so down about it, everything. But I was elated. I remember the day. And that's how unhappy I was with my job. So anyway, shortly after that, I started getting into fitness. I slowly I started just teaching a Group X class for some senior citizens, because my girlfriend's like, oh, you're here at the gym all the time. You could totally teach this. So from there, I fell in love, because I had already loved fitness at that point. Or I had always loved fitness, really. But I had really been digging myself into it because I had gone through another transformation that I'll get into a little bit later. But I started working for some organizations like the YMCA and the LA Fitness as a Group X instructor, a yoga instructor, and then a personal trainer. And then after a few years of that, I was really struggling financially. I mean, I decided that at that point, if I'm going to be struggling financially, I'm going to open up my own business and work exclusively for myself. So even then, I'm working for myself. I was so excited about it, but I still struggled for a really long time financially. I mean, I loved helping people transform their lives, but from a business standpoint, I really didn't understand that I just didn't have the kind of work discipline or the business skills, or was surrounded by the right people to help me leverage my business. So eventually I ran into Vito Lafata, who is now my personal sponsor through an online business management software service. And after meeting him, he began to help me boost my bottom line in my business, increase my revenue. He began to teach me some things. He was an info marketer at the time, and I had bought one of his services, and he became sort of this mentor. So as I was saying before, helping people with health and fitness was something that was always a passion of mine. I mean, even though I had gotten certified as this personal trainer and Group X instructor after my engineering career, it had always fulfilled me even as a teen. I mean, I was very active in sports. And at some point, I became very, very curious as a teen about food, as medicine. And I just had the heart of like this wellness person. Like that was my thing. Like I wanted to be an athlete. I wanted this machine to run really well. I lost track of my thoughts. Sorry. What I wanted to say was that, even when I was in school, doing athletics, like outside of school, I was training in the gym, like outside of the athletics training, which was, I'm going to tell you, it was not in vogue back then. Cause we're talking about like the late 80s, early 90s, like 89, 1990, like that, like fitness was not like in vogue necessarily, but I was there because that's where my heart was. So let's fast forward to my corporate career of working, 60, 70 hours a week as an engineer. Exercise and health took a back seat and they were no longer a priority. So I got really heavy during those years. I reached my heaviest at 178 pounds on this 5'6" inch frame. I was not feeling too great about myself. And I decided to re-embrace my passion of exercise and healthy eating to lose that weight and gain confidence in myself again and feel beautiful again. I came across this program called Body for Life, and it just totally turned everything around for me. and I was successful in doing that. So I really wanted to share it with people. So after I left the engineering career, it was just the perfect transition. Like, I just wanted to help people. This is one of the reasons why I fell right into fitness almost immediately. So then after working for myself and struggling and getting help through Vito, he built in this Shakeology inside of his program that I had bought. And I was like, what is this Shakeology stuff? And then he's like, just look into it. He just kept calling it a meal replacement shake that was amazing. And so after I looked into it, I realized that the one thing that I had struggled to get to my clients, I had found. I had given up on all of these meal replacements because they were like chemical laden, chemical anomalies. I mean, there's just so much junk in them. I had used quite a bit of them. And then when I came back to my roots of just wellness, I was like, there's no way I am referring any of this to my clients. So when I saw what Shakeology was made of, that is the very reason why I became a coach. I fell in love with Shakeology and I became this huge fan. I saw how amazing it was. I started selling it to my clients, and it just made a big difference in their results, and it made a difference in even my energy because I wasn't really using anything. I was just eating whole foods here and there. I mean, plant stuff here and there. I wasn't really getting it all in. So the funny part is that even though I was referring this stuff to my clients, I had no intentions to grow this as a business. I just wanted to provide this healthy meal replacement to my clients so that they can see amazing results. I didn't even think, I knew that this was an MLM when I signed up. I thought I was just signing up to sell these shakes. It was so hilarious because on my first call, Vito, I was like, wait, what are we talking about right now? Like, I thought I was just gonna sell these shakes, and it got really, really awkward, but it was kind of funny. I didn't know what I was getting into. But I did know that I loved the Shakeology and that I wanted to my clients to benefit from it as well. So fast forward to me still being a terrible boss. I mean, he helped me grow my business some, but just digging into our team is what really made me grow. And that's when I decided to take this thing called Beachbody and plug into the team and learn from our leaders that were crushing it. Started doing personal development and learning through their training systems that they have. And I started to really take this thing seriously, and I will never look back. I'm in it to win it. So that's my story. I hope that spoke to someone. If you're not on the call now, if you see the recording, that it speaks to you and resonates with you. And so now I guess we'll turn it back over to Carolyn so she can tell us all about what this coaching thing is all about that we're all excited about.
Thanks, Portia.
You're welcome.
Love hearing your story. So let's get into the background of what Beachbody is. Beachbody is an amazing company that's been around since 1998, and they have produced at-home fitness programs for everyone from the inception of their company and their purpose. And their purpose is to end the trend of obesity. And all they've done since 1998 is produce amazingly high quality products that will help people and is helping people get healthy from the inside out, whether that's Shakeology, which is a daily dose of dense nutrition and an amazing health shake full of 70 superfoods, or workout programs like P90X, T25, Body Beast, The Asylum, PIO, 21-Day Fix. These are all tools that we can use in our tool belts, in our daily lives, to create a healthy lifestyle and a dynamic lifestyle that promotes health and wellness, so that we can all feel better, so that our families can feel better, so that we can practice healthy habits, and live the life that we love and love the life that we live. We satisfy all things here at Beachbody. We have the fitness, we have the nutrition, we have peer support, and we have rewards. It's a company and a lifestyle that really includes all of these things to be balanced. Without fitness, you can't have, nutrition. If you have nutrition, you really need the fitness. And when we experience real success and it is long term, it's because of peer support, because we all realize we're on this journey of life together and not alone. And in terms of working the business, it's fun to get rewards. It's nice to be rewarded for our efforts of helping people. And we have rewards on a monthly basis, an annual basis, and they are really, really great. In terms of revenue growth, Beachbody continues to grow year over year. So it's a fabulous time to get involved in the business. And it's a fabulous time to get involved in your health. I mean, the revenue is increasing because the obesity trend in our country continues to rise. And we need products like Shakeology and at-home fitness programs to help our peers overcome their challenges, overcome their health issues, so they can actually live a longer life instead of killing themselves in the process of these unhealthy habits that we're all addicted to. I mean, I'll just say from my perspective, the diet mentality in the diet industry is really causing more obesity than anything else. A diet mentality is one that is extremely restrictive. It doesn't help promote real happiness. It just makes people feel worse about themselves. They continue to fall on and off, the wagon, so to speak, because they're not actually developing healthy habits or a healthy perspective of themselves or food. And here at Beachbody, what we're about is the exact opposite. I mean, we've helped over 1.5 million people in 2015, and it's crazy. Over 500,000 coaches have purchased Shakeology in the last, year. So what we're about is promoting healthy habits, promoting a healthy lifestyle, promoting a healthy perspective of ourselves and our peers, and knowing that, we all have a different journey. It may look a different way, but we're passionate about making it the healthiest and the happiest journey it could possibly be. And we want to use the tools that are the best, are the most helpful, they're most effective, and the most efficient. And we have those here at Beachbody. Shakeology, as Portia mentioned, is an amazing health shake. We drink it on a daily basis, and it comes in some amazing flavors, including chocolate, strawberry, green berry, vanilla, and cafe latte, which is the newest flavor. The ingredients are sourced from around the world, and they include everything from adaptogens, which help us deal with stress, to proteins, to amino acids, to digestive enzymes, which help us increase our digestion. They help with decreased inflammation in the body. Most illnesses occur because of inflammation in the body. Shakeology helps to reduce that. And it also helps to basically, increase our energy levels. If we're functional at a cellular level, if we're hydrated at a cellular level, we're going to be more functional and more efficient in our brains and our bodies. Shakeology is the healthiest meal of the day, and I believe they have this arrangement at the Santa Monica corporate office. As I've seen it in videos and stuff, and it looks super pretty with all the original ingredients, I think. So like I said, we have something for everyone. When it comes to fitness, we have the DVD programs. We have Beachbody On Demand now, which is that digital access, and it's so awesome. You can stream it on your computer or on your phone if you have an iPhone. And we have, 3-day refresh. We have additional supplements, including Boost and Performance line, and then obviously the equipment that goes along with the DVD programs. Our results are proven. We have so many transformation photos we can share from start to finish from men and women all over this country and in Canada. It's amazing how people have used these products to transform their lives from the inside out. And it's amazing what can be done with peer support. As coaches, we run challenge groups every month, and that's an opportunity for people to come together in a private group and work on their health and fitness, bring Shakeology, commit to a workout program, and share successes and challenges to drive towards ultimate success and their ultimate goals. And honestly, since I've joined this business, I've met the most amazing, inspiring, positive people that I've ever met. And it's a pleasure to be with these people on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. They come from all walks of life. We all have different backgrounds. But at the end of the day, we love being healthy and fit. We love the journey. We like getting stronger every day. We enjoy the struggles because we know we're going to get farther in our lives as a result of them. No, it's not always easy, but that's why we're here to support each other, to see us push more, to see us grow stronger and better every single day. So what is a coach? A coach does not have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. They do not have to be at their fitness and nutrition goals, and they do not have to be an experienced salesperson. A coach should be someone who is interested in sharing their lives and their journey with other people, committed to being products of the products, drinking Shakeology, doing the workout programs, and committed to personal development, which is about improving ourselves and developing ourselves from the inside out. And we have many benefits of being a coach. I mean, as a coach, you're basically your own business owner. You can create your own hours. You can work from wherever you want to. Talk about time and location freedom. You can identify your true passion in life, which is passion freedom. You can identify your true purpose in life, which is purpose freedom. And then you can also generate the funds to match that and create financial freedom, having the 5 top freedoms that people are actually looking for in their lives. And through Beachbody, it's not only so personally fulfilling to do that for yourself, but it's also personally fulfilling to do it for other people. And at the end of the day, you know, if we're not helping other people in our lives, then what are we doing to a certain extent? And that's why I was so unhappy at NBC for so many years, because yes, I was helping the executives I was supporting, but I was helping people on a very micro level. And I want to help more people now. And I want to help people no matter where they're located. And that's the beauty of this business as well. You don't have to be with someone one-on-one to help them. You can help them online. You can help them via video conference. You can help them via a webinar or the phone. There are so many ways to reach out to people. And that's what people are really missing now, is that connection, that human experience. And I think a lot of people appreciate the fact that, you know, we don't need to be with them all the time in order to help them. And that gives them another source of strength for themselves. We offer, like I mentioned way earlier in this presentation, the rewards that are available in being a Beachbody coach. You earn commissions on the sales of Shakeology and challenge packs, and you get bonuses for team growth. You can qualify for trips and recognition and other learning and personal development opportunities. And in terms of growing your business, we have outstanding support. Not only will your sponsor coach you along through the different phases of building your business and your own personal health and fitness journey, but so does the corporate Beachbody. They provide business quick start tools, coaching basics, and training tools. We have a national wake-up call that takes place every Monday, which is fabulous and features a very successful coach in the business. And then on social media, they offer lots of different resources for us to reference when we're building our social media and reaching more people on the web and Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. So they offer lots of different support and looks a lot of different ways. What to expect from our team? You know, we are part of a dynamic team full of men and women who are, again, on their journey to health and fitness, on a journey to being better in their lives. We offer new coach trainings, weekly team calls, monthly events, leadership trainings, Facebook team page, and lots of recognition and accountability. And that's one thing that I, really appreciate about, our team, is that we do recognize people and we do hold them accountable to their goals. When I was at NBC, I wasn't really recognized for a lot of the work that I did. I didn't really feel like I was appreciated most of the time, which didn't really bother me. But now that I see that recognition is here, and now that I'm acknowledged for my efforts and my work, I really appreciate that. And I think most people do. So what are the options? If you're sitting here and listening to this presentation and you're like, wow, this sounds like a really cool opportunity. These women are dynamic and fun, and I want to join their team. What are the different ways that we can get involved in the business? So a couple of different ways. You can sign up with a challenge pack and take on your own health and fitness as a customer or a coach, and commit to a program. Commit to Shakeology. Include your daily dose of dense nutrition in your daily routine, so you know that you're getting some really great nutrients and superfoods in your diet on a daily basis. And then that will complement the fitness program that you commit to. When we do great work in the kitchen and we do great work sweating it out, Those efforts really complement each other, and when done consistently, they compound, and you will reach your goal. All you need to do is follow the program. So you can sign up for Shakeology and Beachbody, on demand, for example, and you'll get more of a cost savings this way. You can also sign up just for Shakeology on Home Direct, which means you receive Shakeology every month. It comes in a 30-day supply. And then you can also just sign up as a coach for $40. You can get a fitness program if you like, but you can at least start with one program, one or the other, Shakeology or fitness program, and get on your way. And as you create your own story and your own journey, share that with others, you'll inspire other people, and you will be being a coach. We do have an online business service fee, which is $15 every month, but that covers everything that you receive from corporate, including media promotions, your website, any warehousing, customer service, technical support, all the marketing and communication tools that are in our back office, and all the training available on demand. And as I mentioned earlier, you can, join us as a customer or a coach. As a coach, you get a 25% discount on Shakeology and everything that you order, including the fitness programs. And as a customer, you don't receive that discount. However, we, welcome you because we want you part of our community. So if you join as a customer, you'll just be spending a little bit more money, but you get the same benefits in terms of being part of our challenge groups, getting a challenge pack, taking on your health and fitness with or without either or Shakeology or fitness program. So in the next 24 hours, the person who invited you will follow up, and we're going to ask you what you like most about this presentation, if you think Beachbody is a great fit for you, and if you want to join as a customer or a coach. And, we encourage you to think about everything that we presented to you tonight and think about what coaching can do for you, if you think you can help someone in your life in addition to yourself, and what your goals and dreams are. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your time and your energy and your focus and your willingness to learn something new and have an open mind and heart. We really do care about you, and we really want to, see you succeed in your life. And if you think this is a great fit for you, we would love to work with you. So do you have any questions?
Come on, Judy.
I have no questions.
I don't have any questions. I want to have questions, but I don't have it.
Okay, well, I'll stop the share at least.